Hi, I'm Dave Casty, and this is Casty's Greenhouse. Today I'm going to go over a very simplified off-grid solar system. This is basically a guide, like a 101 crash course for off-grid solar systems. I've done quite a lot of digging lately. I've been quite obsessed with off-grid solar systems, and went through a lot of YouTube videos and articles, and I basically just wanted to compile my own kind of video and presentation for beginners to save you a lot of time in digging, and a lot of it can be kind of convoluted and confusing because there's so many like variations of off-grid solar systems. So today I'm just going to explain the very basic components of off-grid solar system. So here we go. Let's dive right in. So this is a very high overview of an off-grid solar system, and I'll go through each component, and then I'll kind of get more into the weeds for each component as well a little later on in this presentation. So we're going to start out with the solar panels. Obviously, the solar panels are what actually produce power from the sun, and these feed into, without, if you just had solar panels, like what do you do with that energy, right? You need something to, one, store that energy, and then two, to make that energy usable. So the solar panels feed into what they call the positive and negative feed into what they call a charge controller. Now, because of the power that feeds into solar has varying voltages depending on the time of the day, and even at the peak hours of sun, right? The voltage of solar energy is varied. So you have to have something that makes sense of that kind of chaotic or all over the place voltage from the sun. And the way to do that is you have a charge controller. Now the charge controller does just that. It controls the charge of energy from your solar panels. So basically it channels that voltage into one singular voltage, right? And then it makes it into usable energy. So you connect your solar panel, your positive and your negative, into the solar terminal of your charge controller. And then from there, your charge controller is basically kind of like your central hub of your component, so to speak. What ties in kind of everything together. And as you can see, your charge controller then goes into your battery, right? Like for a true off-grid solar system, you need some way to store that energy, right? Otherwise, you're tying in what they call a tie-in to the grid, whereas you use your power company's grid as sort of your backup or as your energy source, or your storage for your energy. And they credit you based on, like, let's say you're producing more solar than you're consuming, or more, than more your electricity than you're consuming, then they'll credit you for that. Or in the reverse of that, if you're not producing enough solar and you're consuming more than you're producing, you could still use the grid, right, to offset the lack of electricity that you need. So the battery is simply just storing that electricity, right? And then you can have multiple battery configurations. You can run them in parallel and series, but I'll get into that more later. And then you can have one battery, or you can have as many batteries as it takes for how much energy that you want to store. And I'll get into that more later. So then your battery then feeds into what they call an inverter. Now the inverter simply converts or inverts DC, right? Because the energy or the electricity that's stored in a battery is DC. But in order for you to use your everyday AC appliances, you need a way to convert that electricity. So that's exactly what the inverter does. It converts DC to AC, 110 or 120 volt electricity. And then a lot of inverters will have actual AC outlets that you can plug your appliances directly into. You can plug your appliances directly into the outlets on the inverter, or you can have, like a power surge or a power strip to get more, more outlets, or you can plug your inverter into, if you want to get really crazy, you can plug that into like your breaker panel, right? So that's essentially what it does. And then there's varied, power or wattages for an inverter. And the more wattage, the more that, you can have more power being drawn from your system. So let's say, you have something like a water heater, or, even just an electric heater, something that's drawing a lot of power. If you have a low wattage inverter, it's not going to be able to handle that load. So you need something that will be able to handle it. Now, the typical inverter sizes for, kind of a smaller setup are like anywhere from like 1,000 watts to like 3,000 watts. And then also, the more wattage, obviously, the more things you can have plugged in simultaneously to handle that heavier load. So that's basically it in a nutshell. And then I'll talk more about and get into the weeds of, what each component does. That is my presentation. I hope this helped you. Please feel free to subscribe or follow my channel. Make any comments you have in the comments section. Yeah, and I hope you learned. I hope this helped you. Hopefully this will help you do a lot of digging, although doing the digging yourself is part of the fun. As I mentioned, I am highly obsessed and enjoying looking and adapting all these ideas for a solar system. And then, to follow, I will be posting, once I get all my equipment from Rich Solar, and then I'm going to be ordering the batteries and the inverter separately. Once I have that all in place, I'm going to be hooking up to my shed. And then, so for now, I'll probably just be doing kind of like for all my power tools in the shed, and just having lights in the shed and kind of making it into a workshop. So I use the solar energy for that. But then eventually I want to kind of get into, I have an electrical vehicle, I have a Hyundai Ioniq that I want to eventually see if I can build some kind of EV charger for that car. Which would be really awesome. But I think in order for me to do that, I'm going to need a lot of panels and probably a lot of battery storage. So maybe something down the road. But when I do that, I'll film those videos for you and post them on my channel. All right. Thank you, and have a good one. This has been Casty's Greenhouse. Take care.